What's up, YouTube fam? Back at it again this week with another comic book haul. A pretty sizable haul this week. I think there are about 26 books in total. A few books from last week that just got here today from Midtown, so I'll go through those in a few minutes. But before we get into that, if you have not seen the Spider-Man trailer that just dropped today, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, stop this video right now and go check that out. You will not be disappointed, especially if you're a Spider-Man fan. And especially if you're a Miles Spider-Man fan. So check that out first, then come back and check me out. I think you'll really like it. I really like what they're doing with the character on the screen. So I can't wait. I'll be first in line when that comes out to check out what they have going on with Miles Morales and the Spider-Verse. So from there, let's get into the comic haul. I have for you first and foremost Infinity Countdown, Captain Marvel, #1, the En-Hak Lee variant, or not variant, cover. He just did a straight up A cover, and it looks very, very good. I do not know at all who these people are next to Captain Marvel, but I'm sure I'll find out when I read the story. I just learned about Captain Marvel maybe 3 months ago. I haven't really checked up on any of the stories or her backstory, so I'll be learning all about Captain Marvel here very shortly. Next we have Super Sons and Dino Mutt. That is the B variant. I ordered 2 for some reason. I may have 3. I don't know. I've lost track at this point, but I'm glad to have every issue that I have for every copy, no matter the number. It was a really cool concept. I enjoyed the story. That book's just getting here a little later than anticipated, which isn't a problem. Flash and Speed Buggy. I really like Wally West's costume. I have to say that, and I think that's what's making me grab these covers that he's on lately, because I really don't follow the Flash as of right now, but I'm pretty sure I'll definitely read this, but I might even start reading his standalone series to see what's going on. That costume is really dope. Next we have Black Lightning and Hong Kong Phooey. I remember watching Hong Kong Phooey as a kid, up late night when I know I should have been in bed watching it up. Just it brings back a lot of memories of my childhood. Not that I'm super old, but that's not a show you see come on TV often or on Netflix or things like that. But I remember as a kid watching that all the time. And it's cool that they put him together with Black Lightning. I just got finished reading that series and I enjoyed that. So I'm really sure I'll enjoy this as well. The B cover, I want to say, is my pick of the week for last week. I would have said that last week, but it wasn't here. But I really dig that cover. So I may get that slabbed at some point. I am going to Baltimore Comic-Con in September, so I'll have to put this in my bag, in my box, to get slabbed. Since CGC will be on site for that one. Next we have Lobo, the Roadrunner. I bumped into this today at my local comic shop, and it was screaming at me to take it home. So, as you guys know, if you've been watching the last few videos, I'm really into anytime DC and Hanna-Barbera or DC and Looney Tunes mash up or crossover. Ever since I read Batman and Elmer Fudd, and I really like that concept in the storyline and how they made the cartoon characters actual people. That it blew my mind. I really enjoyed that. So I've been looking to see what goes on with the other storylines. And I'm trying to collect them all. Like Pokemon. Gotta catch them all, right? Next I have, from this week, Bombshells #19. Now I initially got Bombshells from my girlfriend, but she's been very busy and hasn't had time to read them, understandably so. But somehow I started reading them, and I enjoyed them. I think they're pretty well done. Especially, I think I got up to maybe issue 11, and I was hooked. So I just went and got the whole series, or I've been collecting the whole series. It's been on my pull list. So this is the last issue of this run. So I'll get to this shortly. Let's see what that one's about. Next we have Batman Prelude to the Wedding, #1, Nightwing vs. Hush. Cool concept. I like what's going on with the wedding and the issues leading up to it for some reason. I'm just drawn to it. I haven't read any of them yet, but this weekend probably I'll just take some time, set some time aside, and get to all the things I need to read. If you haven't read Batman White Knight yet, get a copy, get copies, start reading it. It was really good. If you're a Batman fan, you'll really enjoy it. And if you're a Batman fan, you probably already read it. But this was a really cool cover. I already have one, but it was just sitting there. It just popped up in one of my local comic shops, so I decided to grab it. I have the whole series, A and B covers, so that's pretty cool. I just thought I'd grab another one just in case. Next we have Justice League #1, the Jim Lee variant. I really love Jim Lee's work. He's a really dope artist. So when it was offered to me at my local comic shop, I had to grab it. Next we have Deathstroke #32. I missed the first issue where Deathstroke versus Batman, when that first came out, the Mattina cover, and I will not be missing another one. So I'm grabbing all of his covers from now on for this series. And I think the concept of this series is really cool too. So if you want to read it, go grab it, or look into it and then go grab it. Next, we're going to move over to Image for a bit. I was a big fan of The Walking Dead, the TV show, when it came out. I think I got up to maybe season 4, and then I just dropped off. I have no idea why. I just kind of lost interest. But I'm sure it's on something, Netflix, Hulu, something, and I'll pick it up where I left off. I have no idea who Alpha is, but I make sure to grab these covers. They've been doing really cool covers like this for the past few months now. And usually I grab multiple, but this time I only grabbed one for some reason. I have no idea who Alpha is, but if I start looking at the show again, I will find out. Here we have Death or Glory. I read the synopsis for this, and it seemed really dope. So I grabbed the issue #1 whenever it came out a few weeks ago. And this issue just came out today. And the covers are really, really awesome. Artwork gets me every time. If you want to sell me something comic related, just put something dope on the cover. So there's that. If you haven't checked it out, go check it out. Like I said, the synopsis was really cool. And I can't wait to get to it. And I like to grab as many new series as I can, or new storylines, or new events whenever I can. You never know what they turn into. So I learned that in my short time of collecting comics. Like this one, Sword Daughter. It seems to be a hot item for people. I hear it, talked about on a lot of hauls, or, today anyway. It just came out today. I've heard it mentioned a few times. So again, this artwork is really cool. And they put the word sword in the title, so I gotta see what that's about. Here we have some cool Deadpool covers. Scotty Young. Whenever Scotty Young's involved, I'm in. I love when he kind of makes the characters as kids. I grab a lot of those covers from him. They're really cool, so there we go. I'm not sure who did the cover on this one, but that's a really cool cover. So it had to come home with me. And here's another example of when I say I try to grab number ones when I can. Of course, we can't get them all. There's new stories coming out every week. There's always a number one or something brand new on the market. So I just try to grab what I can, what appeals to me, read up on it a little bit, not too much to, give away the story. I still like there to be some mystery when I'm reading comics, so I don't want to know everything, especially with stories like this or Sword Daughter or Death or Glory. But the cover looks cool, and I think I have the B cover coming. It should be here sometime this week. And here's Marvel 2-in-1, The Thing and the Human Torch. I had a cover last week. I still have the cover. But I found this one this week, and it looks to be in pretty good shape. And the price wasn't bad, so I grabbed it. I know it's sold out on Midtown. And I love, when they release the new comics and people you can see them drop off. They start to go out of stock really quickly. I love seeing that. I'm always trying to be part of the cool crew, or hope that what I get, other people are into too, just to see it drop off. I'm weird like that, when it goes out of stock. If I didn't get a copy, I feel like I missed out. So I'm sure some of you can relate. Can't get everything, of course, but we try. The Immortal Hulk, issue number 1. Really cool cover. This is another one that sold out, and I was able to get my hands on it. But not only this cover, I was able to get 2 of these awesome covers. 1 in 25. Don't ask me how I got 2, but I got them. Ant-Man and the Wasp, number 1. I think that's another 1 in 25. That's a really cool cover. The color scheme is cool. The artwork is great. It's really nice. So I'm glad I got that today. I was debating on it, but then, like me, like always, if I don't grab it while I'm there, I get home, and then I'm like, I guess I gotta go back out and get it. So I try to grab things now when I see them and save myself the gas and the heartache. Doctor Strange, number 1. I have no idea what's happening in this on this cover, but it's really cool for some reason to me. I like it, so I had to get it, and I believe this is another 1 in 25. Yeah. So back to Mr. Miles Morales and the Spider-Verse. Last week there was what I think to be a really cool Spider-Gwen cover. There was 2 covers, A and B, but the B cover, which is not that, here it is, was really, really nice to me. I had to grab that. I wish I had grabbed multiple copies, but I didn't. Maybe they'll pop back up online somewhere, and I can grab a few more and possibly get them slabbed. They are really, really cool. And you can kind of see her eye, I think, right here. So that's cool. The detail is amazing. And I like when they Deadpoolize things, just like the Hulk, or not the Hulk, the Thing. That was a really cool cover I had to grab because of that too. He looked really dope. So these 2 covers are really cool. And we have Miles Morales on the side. His first appearance and his first issue, standalone issue, that are really I'm glad I have them. It took me a while to find ones in good condition, but I found them. And like I said, if you haven't checked out the trailer, go check it out. You will not be disappointed, especially if you're a Spider-Man fan. And if you're not, they may convert you with the trailer. It's really cool. The Miles Morales character is pretty interesting. I was hooked when I first learned about it, and that's what steered me into comics from the get-go, pretty much. That when I found out, his story, I had to learn about it. So I got the trades, and then just decided to start collecting comics, and then it spiraled out of control from there, and here we are. I'm making videos about it on YouTube. So thanks for checking me out. Come back next time. Like, share, and subscribe. And see you next time.